Welcome to the Ignis Technologies course on Python programming. In this video, we are going to talk about the dictionaries, the most famous things around in the Python and Perl also. In the Perl, these are known as hashes, but anyways, let's stick to the Python. I'm going to create a copy of this tuples1.py and I'm going to name it as dictionary. And this is how you call dictionary simply. And let me just open up this dictionary file and talk more about it. First of all, let me just get rid of these lines. Now, dictionaries are, you can call them simply as associative arrays or hashes in the Python. The dictionaries have the two things, the keys and values, and you have to access any value, you can just name out the key of that, and it's really simple. There are a couple of ways in which you can define the dictionary, but make sure that you always put a key value pair inside the dictionary. So let's call our dictionary as dict1, and dict1, how to define the dictionary, you just have to use these braces, the curly braces, and that's it. You have defined a dictionary. Now let's pop in some value into the dictionary. So what I can do is I can use the dict1 and how to get the key value pair. So you just have to give a key and then a value. So in this case, this one method is pretty good one. You can, let's say, have a 1 and its value can have any type. Now typically, usually a dictionary key can be almost any Python type, but usually numbers or strings. Values, on the other hand, can be any arbitrary Python object. So let's keep it simple and let's call it as I called 1. This is the first value that just popped in, and let's call it the second value and let's dict1. And what we are going to do in this is let's put just a 2 here for the key value pair. It can be anything, pretty much simply anything, and I'll say I called 2. So that's it, you have done successfully popped down a dictionary. Now this way might seem a bit confusing, so let me tell you another way. That is going to be dict2. This is another simplest way that I've found around to fill out any dictionary. Now this is really the simple one. How you can do that, let me just put a degree, that is going to be the key, and put a colon sign, and then you have to give the value. Let's call, in this case, let's phd, that is going to be the degree, and let's call a code. So what's my work code out here? So I can simply give any number. In this case, I'm just giving a fictional number of 1, 2, 3, and let me just pop in one more value, and that's going to be area, and the value is going to be research. So that's my division out here. So that's it, how you define it. Now you might have also seen this, something like this, what usually people like to format it in this manner. They just put in here and then one at a line. So this seems pretty much good in the visual area, but it totally depends on how you want to format it. This is also perfectly a valid syntax. You'll see quite a lot of code in this syntax, and that's perfectly fine syntax as well. Now you can perform pretty much everything's out there in the dictionary. Like, let me just show you a quick example. Like in this case, let's call the dict1 and let's put in one value of dict1. I'm just passing the key, that is 1. Let me just save it and run it using Python run. And you can see it gives me, I have called up the key, but it gives me out the value. So that's a pretty good thing about the dictionary. And you can also get any value. Let me just show you what I mean by that. And I'm just going to call it as dict1 and I'm going to just say 2. Let me just save it and run it, and you can see it gives me now 2. So regardless I have given a string or the number, it just assume it to be a key and prints out the value out of it. And you can do pretty much good things out here. And let me just show you one more here. Print dict2, and let me just get all the key values. So I can get keys, all of it. Let me just save it and run it. And it says it gives me all the keys, which is code, degree, and area. And now there is one more thing about the dictionary. Dictionaries are no concept of ordered among elements. And it is also going to be incorrect to say that elements are out of order. You just have to simply say they are simply unordered. Let me just show you one more thing out here, the final one. And for that, I'm just going to print out the remaining thing, that is going to be the value. So dict2 dot, and you can see we have got a dozens of value, and in this case I'm going to just choose the values. And this is why I love the Eclipse, because it shows you quite a good of suggestions, values, so that you can read about them. Let me just run this, and you can see now it prints out all the values from it. So dictionaries are a pretty good use out there in the programming, and try to find more about them.